Good evening and welcome to Local Views. My name is Lawrence Gray. We've entitled this segment Straight Talk. Recently in Smithtown there was a hurried retirement by the chief building inspector. And for those that are familiar with it, I won't go into names or particularly what happened, except to note that this building inspector shall we say, ran out the back door of the Smithtown Building Department before a process server could catch up with him to serve him charges, administrative charges, dealing with his performance of his duties while he was the Smithtown Building Inspector for 18 years. Now, various members of the Smithtown Board tried to put one over on the public by suggesting to the public that they were going to suspend him without pay pending an administrative hearing. Well, that was a fool's errand. The way the administrative process works in the state of New York under law is as follows. Public pensions are not just compensation for services rendered. Public pensions are also rewards for faithful performance of duty in the public interest over the life of one's tenure in office. In order to dismiss an employee who is about to retire with a pension and thus deprive him of that pension which that unfaithful employee did not earn, it is necessary to prepare charges, administrative charges. Those charges must be served on the employee. The employee must be given an administrative trial. He must be tried and he must be found guilty, all within 30 days. 30 days from when the employee drops his papers, he must be served, tried, and convicted in order for him to be dismissed. If that occurs within the 30 days and they are dismissed, then the only recourse of that unfaithful employee is to go to court and bring an Article 78 proceeding to regain his pension. Now, what happened in the case of Smithtown is they suspended this man without pay at a time when he was going to retire in 2 weeks on anyway. So what happened is they had a great publicity stunt making the voters think they were doing everything they could about it, when in truth and in fact the majority of that town board was letting this reputable employee skip out the back door. One of the things that the employee was accused of not doing was filling out a financial questionnaire of his outside and his net worth, so to speak. Instead of filling it out, he was pleading the Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination. So when you see someone all of a sudden making off with a pension, realize that if the authorities who have control over it want to do something about it, they have to serve, try, and convict him within 30 days. And if they don't do it, it's because they don't want to do it. The administrative process is set up. It's nothing unfamiliar to those that have gone through it. For instance, if there is police corruption, if a police officer is about to retire, the department has 30 days to serve, convict, try him, and convict him, and he may lose his pension. From cases that I did in the past involving corrupt police officers 30 years ago, I can tell you that there were a number of them who dropped their papers off at the Retirement Bureau of the New York City Police Department, and through the same window was served immediately with departmental charges. Many of them lost their pensions. Some of them were fined administratively and then allowed to retire. But remember, a public pension is a reward for the faithful performance of duty as much as it is compensation for services rendered.